Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. For the union makes us strong.
And Remuneration Commission that there will be a review of salaries and related allowances for all public sector workers for a period of 2 years. For over 2 years, there has been deliberate efforts by the government and its agents to attack, frustrate, and suffocate the operations of public sector trade unions, including withholding trade union dues with blatant disregard of the law, as well as defying court orders, and this has to stop. The 2010 Constitution, Article 41, Clause 5, is clear that every worker has the right to collective bargaining without any limits, as it is in the International Labour Organization, Convention 87 and 98, which the Kenyan government subscribes to, giving every worker the right to collective bargaining. And it is absurd that such a body like SRC can wake up one morning to unilaterally freeze salaries. In our view, the SRC remains an unconstitutional body that, through fluke, found itself in our 2010 Constitution, and now working in cahoots with Treasury, is busy making roadside declarations aimed at frustrating workers, when it is the same Treasury presiding over increases in fuel prices, levying more tax increases on workers' earnings. Inflation has gone up. The purchasing power of Kenyans continues to be eroded. Yet it is the same government now pushing for a freeze in salaries under the pretext of COVID-19. At the same time, we wish to call on Treasury to stop its doublespeak and be alive to the fact that it is the workers who will finance its 3.6 trillion budget, and let the Cabinet Secretary, Ukur Yatani, own up to his own letter dated 18th March 2021, in which Treasury rejected a proposal by SRC of Kenya shillings 81.68 billion for that remuneration cycle for salaries review. We remain fully opposed to any such move to freeze pay in the public service, and we are giving SRC 14 days during which it should withdraw this illegal declaration, failure to which the entire workforce within the public service in Kenya will be invoking provisions of our Constitution under Article 41D and proceed on a nationwide strike without any reference to the government.
The Salaries and Remuneration Commission has, for the last couple of years, been making unilateral decisions that affect workers in the public sector in this country, decisions that are earth-moving. And we feel that Salaries and Remuneration Commission is a creature of the law. Now, when it's making decisions that are affecting hundreds of thousands of workers in this country and millions of their dependents, that is an earth-moving decision that requires such a constitutional body to interact, to consult, and be able to engage the stakeholders. Sitting in a corner and making such a unilateral decision is what we are saying no to. We are not going to allow that. It's not going to be business as usual. It is a matter that is affecting lives. It is a matter that is affecting the economy of this country. And as my colleague has indicated, it is these workers who are actually generating this revenue. And therefore, if you are going to make a decision that is going to affect them as such, it is only courteous that SRC and the government itself call these stakeholders and sit down. We are all aware, everybody in this world, not even this country alone, that COVID-19 has come and has impacted negatively on the economies of our countries, Kenya included. And therefore, it is only fair that the government calls the stakeholders and say, hey, here we are faced with this scenario, courtesy of this particular pandemic. What do we do? I can tell you, we have what it takes to share with the government, to share with the government agencies, various permutations, various solutions that can be used to actually go around the issues of the economy. Together we can. And so we are actually demanding for an all-inclusive approach. This is against the old school, the Stone Age dictatorial tendencies that SRC is engaging in. In this day and age, you cannot, even in your own house, before you make a decision, you really need to bring your family and your children together and tell them, look, this is what is happening. Can we be able to reason together and see how best we can? This is what we are saying as public sector unions, that SRC must stop. It is Stone Age dictatorial tendencies, unilateral decisions that are arrived at, and yet they are going to affect the rest of the country. We have not said no. We don't want to be engaged. We are more than willing to give our views. Let us brainstorm together. We will arrive at a solution that is all-inclusive and amicable to everybody in this country. That is our take on this particular matter.